Thank you for coming on such short... Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with. I have been meaning to have a word with you if the occasion presented it. I have recently received multiple reports...
The Fatui? But who?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decorabian was lost once again as slavery spread throughout the land. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that the aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds!
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can... We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences. But it seems the descendants of... No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant. But if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid all of our past efforts would have been wasted. You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius, but you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You're a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more.
Whoa, leave it to Master Jean to come.
Perhaps such plans have... The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. It is said that he is difficult to get along with. Thanks again for your help. If...
Who are you?
Hello, we're here to...
Hello? What's wrong? Did you just... And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me. Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation. What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies. Now I have more pressing matters to attend to.
So this is what Master G meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Let's play! Well, if it isn't the honorary knight! I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. You just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey, why don't you...
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone, but it turns out that he's a peculiar
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about...
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big...
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's... However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan. My good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own... In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of... However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's...
Well, in their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very... In fact...
Thanks, Amber.
Good luck, you two.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the... Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
Yahoo!
The Fatui! What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later!
Coming to be!
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of—
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but...
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch-enemies?
Arch-enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed.
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort 2 strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, but why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But didn't you say it first?
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone. I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able—
That's right. Amber told us to come into—
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Paimon's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise it'll keep bugging us.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the one. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance.
You need to be—
I already have a long— Who knows how long it will—
Well, if you have so much to take care of—
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a root— But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation— But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are 2 key points that aristocrats attach— Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique— Mark my words! Vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't rather strange. It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, for example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
As the morning dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you. Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like— Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not particularly close. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So another thing to remember. Aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them. This is only the first step in making a greeting. After
wait. Perhaps it would be better if you give—
Very well. Come with me.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right?
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility— what comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do, just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel complete— right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue. Oh, wait. I think there's a line for people with root—
Hey! Stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be... I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words. Vengeance will be mine.
Listen, I have no idea what she's trying to do, but trust me.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause...
I know she's a Knight of Favonius, and that the Knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic... And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
You have, but mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius. I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that Listen here, if you don't want things to get...
Forget it. There's no point... It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just stop. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Don't worry. What with me being a knight of... Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have nothing to be discontented about.
Yeah, why were you so willing to try and...
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance. But unfortunately...
no, right? Right? We'll just have to roll with... Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone...
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this.
We should look for a place to take shelter. I'll be fine, but we don't want you catching a cold.
so cold. Does aristocrat...
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to... For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse, but a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their...
Paimon thinks we've left the realm compared to what we've already seen. This should be a piece of cake. Uh-huh. This is...
All right, let's go.
Solidify!
Not bad. A lot better than I had it.
So...
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just begun. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, there's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will... True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of... My family, let's proceed. This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen. You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Stabilize! This is order.
Think you can get away? Let's play!
Well done. Your performance was... And you managed to remain calm, given such an outstanding performance.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of Dragonspine before Paimon turns into a popsicle. Ooh.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now.
What? You mean Paimon was...
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Not an elegant sight at all. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Hey! That...
Whatever the reason, not...
Huh? What is it?
Certainly not. Didn't you just say that you were freezing?
Oh,
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If so, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Ah! Paimon knew something was off!
All in the name of vengeance. No need to Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to... I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good Hunter.
Ample light, active biological organisms. Yes, this is a good place to sketch.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber! Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you...
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him later.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know, to contrast.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this transgression will not go—
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us—
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then, please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle? Hyman's never even heard that dish before.
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrat seemed to take a liking to it.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less popular over time. Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression. Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much as she does.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might misunderstand you. Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me. Ugh, it's no wonder so many people dislike you.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well, no?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. All right, no need.
Oh,
No need. I've left the Mora under— Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. All right.
Aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. Yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish from Sarah.
I still have more
Let's meet again.
Here, the gebratenes Fleisch mit sauerkraut is— And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange things. She's actually a very good person.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula when she was trying to speak with the others in Mondstadt earlier. But she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now.
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence name. They are unable to see past her family. Therefore, they don't actually— So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips—
How come you're able—
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance.
Whoa! So both sides Knights were unhappy.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been. But thanks to... In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favon. But she simply fulfills her duty as an... People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. I believe a day will come when things will get...
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula.
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy. They'll take care.
Seems to be pretty tattered, but there's a really fancy chick. Could this be another aristocrat?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two. A few humble words, huh? Yes, very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook...
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
It appears I have misjudged you. Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility. It appears...
Oh, so he was testing us.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress in such a short time... If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech? Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential.
By the way, we brought a gift. Ahem. Paimon means we would like to present you with a small token of our goodwill.
Could this be? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only with no small effort could you achieve such a dish. It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. What I mean to... Ah, yes. This aroma. Just as I remember it. And this exquisite sour flavor.
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it tastes.
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you come bearing a request. Wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was meant to be a family secret. Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, please, come with me. We happen to be in need of competent fellows to see some friends from a distant land. They have offered their assistance.
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
Well then, let's get going, shall we?
Do you think his friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs in the land of Mondstadt. And therefore, we shouldn't allow them to admire our true faces so...
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure.
Let's proceed, shall we? As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there! Who's this?
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the slightest...
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise
You dare question the ways of a nobleman? I don't have time for this.
No need to sound all high and mighty like that. Fine. You may proceed.
Good thing you're with us. They don't...
Don't wander about if you don't have business.
Who are you? Just because someone brought you here, don't think...
Yahoo!
Where have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring just anyone in here.
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy. You have the word...
Our plans are strictly confidential. It's not wise to bring in... Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonius has been very active.
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the nobility. I must treat the Knights of Favonius. Pay no regard to such details. They could never understand the intricacies of art.
And what about this... thing?
You mean Paimon?
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is who has made your activity in Mondstadt pot? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been driven out by the Knights of Favonius like dogs. You must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my friend.
Fine. I'll take your word and make note. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the
Oh, so that's what's going on.
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Let me see. Huh. Why is it so poorly drawn? Everything's so squiggly and crooked.
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great lengths to cap that shape is the symbol of the Knights.
Huh, I see. Crude, but I can make do. Are you...
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the Lawrence, the rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt belong...
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use we will make good use of the intel you provided. Also, be certain not to divulge our identity. there would be...
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. And my new friend here. No one. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then, the city and all its people will once again be under the rightful and unwavering rule of the Lawrence clan. Perfect. Just as it once was, and just as it should be.
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act rashly.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the Honorary Knight and their trusty companion, Paimon! We're here to...
So this was all just a ploy to...
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in someone based purely on their
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh! We'll see about that!
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never trusted these foolish aristocrats. No matter, we already have the intel we need. Get them!
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later.
Let's play!
You can't run! Order guide you. Went too far. Burst forth!
The door is open. Let's... Is that Eula?
Don't touch me! Get out of my way!
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place is crawling. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught them our etiquette. And I thought you despised such. Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions are never to be.
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach them.
You have brought shame to our family and ruined my plans. It's all for naught now.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not the right thing to do. As a Knight of Favonius, I could not overlook your action.
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you are a member of the Lawrence clan. You should strive to restore your family's glory. You still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here, and leave with me. Then I shall plead with the family to spare you, and give you a new
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to attack the Knight—
I shall say this one last time. You are not a Knight of Favonius. You are a descendant of the blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must comply with the will of the—
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why, you unruly maid!
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly plotted against the city of Mondstadt and threatened its safety. Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make trying to keep the plans under wraps?
You dare lecture me?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle Schubert. I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood our family's incessant pursuit of it. But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what freedom means to the people of Mondstadt. The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious monster emerge from our own family?
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical here. Politeness and elegance seem to have gone out the window.
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The Honorary Knight and I have other matters. Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across some
Paimon took a...
Let's discuss this later. I condemn you!
Solidify!
They're here! Stop them!
Still need no touching.
Use this.
Shudder! Yeah. Huh? Beg for mercy. Yeah. Crush!
Yahoo!
Quake!
Coming to be!
Gather!
Time for takeoff.
This is order.
Live!
Let's play! Wouldn't gliding be faster? Brace yourselves!
I will end you. It isn't time for a break yet. Almost.
Think you can get away?
Let's end this quickly.
We're way behind schedule. Shudder! Flood of frost! Crush!
I slipped up. Stabilize. Burst forth.
Born of ice and frost. Shudder!
Finished. Stabilize.
No touching. There it is! That's where they put the diagram!
Just here, huh? I guess there's no other option but to fight!
Coming to be!
Gather.
You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
Crumble.
Brace yourselves!
Can't run.
Yahoo! Think you can get away?
I will have order. Death.
This must be it. But without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only on your uncle.
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, as opposed to with the help of a puppet, they could have spared themselves the Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition wouldn't just be Mondstadt alone. Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier. I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to return the favor.
Fine. In reality, you sensed that you were worried about us and your uncle.
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you have a knack for and mark my words, I'll remember that.
Hey, what do you mean Paimon doesn't—
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Just you wait. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the Knights of Favonius.
Sure. Well, see you—
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next—